for the Valley Rollers. Airbird's trying to get out on that inside, being held by Purple defense, but out goes Ginger Snap. Ginger Snap, your lead jammer for this first jam of this game. Out comes Gare Bear as well, about half a track behind the Rollers jammer. As Ginger Snap approaches for a scoring pass and falls off the jam. East Valley Rollers picking up 4 points in that first jam.
The feeling of getting low for less. Aviators and Sam's Club. What are you waiting for? Download the drop app and get $5. Invite code get drop.
All right, Dr. X lining up for the Rollers and Lucifer lining up for the Aviators. Lucifer coming up towards the front of the pack, greeted by Thrasher here as that last line of defense, but takes a spill, but able to get right back up. Still trying to get past that last blocker from the Rollers. And both jammers are still in the pack. Halfway through this jam. But out comes Lucifer on the front side. Dr. X still in that pack, but is able to break through here at the front. With 33 seconds left on the clock. See if Lucifer is able to catch up to that pack and pick up some points. Lucifer taking some hard hits there on the inside as Dr. X passes them and is able to call off the jam, switching that lead jammer position. And 1 point for the Aviators. 2 for the Rollers. Here we go. Scalatori taking that jammer line for the Rollers. Gare Bear up on the jammer line again for the Aviators. In the back of the pack, behind a wall of Rollers. Quite a spill here in turn 4. But it looks like Dr. X is your lead jammer. The other jammer is still in the pack, as well as their pivot. Dr. X approaching for a scoring pass. Almost getting freed out there on that inside, but is able to secure those points on the outside with 33 seconds left on the clock. The Aviator pivot hammer will now be the lead scorer will now be the active scorer for the Aviators. Will be acting as their jammer behind Dr. X. Dr. X decides he's going to call it before either of them approach that pack, just in case.
While we're sitting for the next jam, make sure everybody goes out and supports your Arizona Skate Club by purchasing some merchandise over here in that corner. There's also snacks available back there in the corner, and there is raffle tickets.
All right, here we go. I see Ginger Snap as your lead jammer, breaking out of that pack fairly quickly in the beginning of this jam. And now the Aviator jammer is also out. Moving. The pack is moving fairly quickly as both jammers try to gain the lead to approach the pass and out or is he behind? I don't see a rep on him, so I don't think either of them are still or yet in a scoring position. But Ginger snaps right on his tail. And that's the jam. No points secured by either team. That was a tough one. Hammer taking the jammer line for the Aviators. I don't see a jammer for the East Valley Rollers yet. And it looks like we're going to be rolling out with one jammer. Hammer, the only jammer out there, greeted by Avril Lamine up in the front side. Ooh, nice whip by Motorhead to the outside. Hammer's able to break free. And now we've also got the East Valley Rollers pivot acting as the scorer, Dr. X. As Hammer comes in to pick up some points. Hammer's not able to pull off that jam because Dr. X actually took that lead jammer position. Let's see how many points were picked up. Rollers were able to pick up 2 points. Ginger Snap taking that jammer line for the Rollers and Lucifer taking that jammer line for the Aviators as the packs prepares themselves in the blocker box. It's trying to fight it out here in the front. As they then can also become the scorers, it is important for them to keep track of each other. Lucifer taking the outside by the East Valley Rollers, kept behind in the back of the pack. As Ginger Snap gets taken to the inside and has to reset behind that pack. Both jammers in the back of the pack still do not have an active scorer out there yet on any scoring pass. With 49 seconds left in this jam, be curious to see who can break out first. And they're going to have to let her go. Ginger Snap is now the lead jammer. Lucifer is the active jammer, and now we also have Thrasher taking that active score position as the pivot from the Rollers. Lucifer picking up those 2 points on that and calling off the jam.
Just a reminder, everybody, we do have some great raffle prices available. The tickets are $5 each, or $5 or $20. Help support your Arizona Skate Club by purchasing some raffle tickets.
Noodle picking the jammer line for the East Valley Rollers for the first time today. Here they're lining up again on that jammer line for the Aviators. We got about 6.5 minutes left in this half. As Gare Bear approaches the front and is able to break free there in the straightaway. And out comes Dr. X as the pivot active scorer for the Rollers. Aviators are doing a good job of staying together, trying to keep those two Rollers in the back. like the Aviators were able to pick up 3 points with a score of 16-14. Your East Valley Rollers in the lead right now with about 5.5 minutes left on this first half. Skeletor coming up on that jammer line again for the East Valley Rollers, and Lucifer for the Aviators. Tori with a great free out here in check 4. But I also see that the Aviators pivot will now be the active scorer. Not yet. And now she can. Here we go. That Aviator pivot will be the active scorer as Skeletori approaches for some points. Able to pick up that point in the back. Picking up that second point and calling off that jam. Oh. 2 points for the East Valley Rollers. Dr. X number 17 for the East Valley Rollers on the jammer line, with Hammer taking the jammer line for the Aviators. And it looks like the pivots were having way too much fun. They wound up out of play in front. Hammer finding herself in the back of that pack. The East Valley Rollers jammer trying to get past that last blocker in front with a little help from Thrasher. But looks like Dr. X was greeted by Motorhead, taken to the outside, having to reset himself behind the pack. Not sure if it was for that or for something else, but it looks like we got 2 blockers in the penalty box. 35 seconds left in this jam. Hammer still not out of that pack as Dr. X approaches for some points. Looks like the Aviator pivot was going to take that scoring position, Louis, but the jam was called. And then we're going to take a 7-minute break. During that 7-minute time, you should go ahead and visit the corner over there where they're selling raffle tickets. Alrighty, here we go. I see Lucifer jamming for the Aviators. And I see Bones jamming for the Rollers. Took a hard spill up against those bleachers just a few moments ago. Both jammers still in the pack. About halfway through this jam. Motorhead delivering a hit to the inside. Bones having to get back on her skates. Lucifer able to break free here in the front with 34 seconds on the clock. Ginger Snap bursting out of that pack with some speed. Catching up to Lucifer. Let's see who's going to score. Ginger Snap able to take that lead scorer position in those last moments there and then calling up that jam.
you get 5 for 20. Also, there are snacks available in the corner right next to your merch table as well. Help support your Arizona Skate Club.
There's the whistle for the jam. Here speeds his way through that pack and breaks out. Ginger Snap sticking back and he's going to be acting as a blocker becomes Dash Panda. The pivot for the rollers is the active scorer now. Yeah, we're calling off that jam.
Watching Care Bear get on that pass. They may be thirsty. And if you are thirsty too, help support your Arizona Skate Club by going to find some refreshments and snacks.
Lucifer champion for the Aviators and Dr. X jamming for the East Valley Rollers. Oh, looks like Dr. X is going to have to sit in the penalty box. Lucifer trying to break free, but is up in the front with 3 of the rollers.
Yeah, pretty good defense there by number 20, Thrasher.
We do not have a lead scorer yet. Lucifer trying to find her way through on that inside, but the East Valley Rollers keep recycling to the front. Lucifer taking a hard hit there in turn 1. Walker's trying to help their jammers. But neither one of them are out yet. And here we go. Dr. X rejoined us and is now, neither of them. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Dr. X is leading. Alrighty, here we go. Next jam, I see Ginger Sound taking that jammer line for the East Valley Rollers. And Motorhead jamming for the first time for the Aviators. He's got some fans in the audience. There we go. Motorhead trying to slice his way through that pack, but it's very hard. There's some spills right in front of him and he will have to take the outside. He breaks free here in turn 2. And that purple jammer is also out. Ginger Snap. Still some time on that clock for some points as Motorhead approaches the pack. Is able to get on the outside scoop of the points and call off the jam. Dr. X with a little help from Bones just needs to get has one more blocker. But the Aviators are not letting him free. Cat's moving really fast. Neither jammer able to break out yet, and out goes Dr. X. And now we've got the Aviator pivot. Louis acting as the scorer as well. With about roughly 20 seconds left on this jam, Dr. X is able to pick up at least that one in the back and calls off the jam. All right, Gare Bear taking the jam line for the Aviators and Noodle for the East Valley Rollers. We'll whistle for the jam. Motorhead takes offense for Gare Bear, but Gare Bear is taken almost to the outside and then the inside by Crasher. Out goes Noodle as the lead jammer. Gare Bear had to reset himself behind that pack. But Slade will now be the active sport for the Aviators as Noodle approaches for some points. Motorhead taking Noodle to the outside. Noodle having to get back on her skates as Slade closes that gap. Nice little whip action there back from the East Valley Roller blocker Thrasher. Slade unable to call off the jam because she is not the lead jammer. Noodle calling off that jam. 1 point for the Aviators. We got ourselves an OTO. A nice timeout for you.
During this official timeout, it'd be a great time to support your Arizona Skate Club by helping out by buying some merchandise, some raffle tickets, or some snacks down there in the corner. Help support your Arizona Skate Club.
And we are moving on with another jam, Lucifer, jamming for the Aviators, number 9, and number 3, Skeletor, jamming for the East Valley Rollers. We're close to halfway through the second period. A very tight score. As Lucifer fights to stay on the inside, but ends up having to pause for just a moment to regain her footing. Tori trapped behind Motorhead and some of those Aviators here in the back, or mid, I should say. Lucifer struggling to get past that blocker on the backside, but out of play, so having to let Lucifer go, and looks like number 20 will be sitting for a timeout, or sorry, a penalty in the penalty box. Tori able to break free behind Lucifer. We got a blocker trying to get back to that pack. Aviators preparing themselves to keep those East Valley Rollers behind them. As their jammer approaches, picks up their points, and calls off that jam. Looks like both jammers picked up 2 points each in that jam, bringing our score to 28 East Valley Rollers, 24 Aviators. We still have someone in the penalty box from the East Valley Rollers. Looks like Thrasher's waiting to re-enter, as Bear is your lead jammer for the Aviators. The East Valley Rollers jammer. Aviators are resetting themselves in front of them. Taking her to the other inside. As Bear approaches to pick up some points. Having an honor Thrasher on that outside, and then the inside as well. But Bear is greeted by lots of defense. Picking up 3 points during that jam. Dr. X taking the jammer line for the Rollers. And it looks like Hammer for the Aviators. There's the whistle for the jam. The pivot staying in the front of that pack. Just watching what's happening behind them. Hammer taken to the outside. Dr. X trying to fight his way past and through. Motorhead with a little help from Skeletori. And Skeletori having to let Motorhead take off because she was out of play. Motorhead being the scorer for the Aviators and actually also stole the lead. Hammer now the lead jammer for the Aviators. Got a little swapperoo there. Looks like Khaleesi will be sitting in the penalty box for the Aviators. Oh no, pile up in turn 2. That's the whistle for the jam. Just admiring how this song makes me feel. That roller derby is happening in front of me with this slow jam.
You're fine.
Bear lining up for the Aviators. Ginger Snap lining up for the East Valley Rollers, and the Aviators are down 1 blocker because Khaleesi's still sitting in the penalty box from the previous jam. And Ginger Snap having to wait, I'm not sure why. I see a signal that the lead jammer is Ginger Snap. It looks like Zombie Cat is the active scorer for the Aviators, but that's the whistle. Let's see. Two for the East Valley Rollers, none for the Aviators.
So they're trying to call timeout. While we're taking a team timeout, make sure everybody tries to support your Arizona Skate Club by buying some raffle tickets. Raffle tickets can be bought for $5 a piece or $5 for $20. There's also merchandise available and snacks to go. Help support your Arizona Sports Club.
Gorky Park.
And then started in for the we have X and Louis and there's Aviators. This is back and he calls off the jam. East Valley Rollers picks up 4 quick points. Bear breaks out for the Aviators. On this tail, 6 down. Each team scores 4 on the belt.
Trying to take Lucifer down, but Lucifer is able to stay on her skates and breaks out as the lead jammer. Looks like Thrasher will be the active scorer for the East Valley Rollers. Lucifer trying to pick up those points and quality for Thrasher has an opportunity to score. the lead scorer. Approaching that pack for some points. And out comes Thrash Panda from the penalty box. Looks like Bearbear's going to have to sit in the penalty box though, which leaves the Aviators without a scorer. Looks like we've got time for one more jam this period. Jamming for the Aviators. As Dr. X makes his way to the front of the pack and breaks out as the lead jammer. Skeletor guiding that other pivot to the outside so that he's not able to become the active scorer for the Aviators. Hammer coming up on Skeletor here on the front side. But ultimately, Louie becomes the active scorer for the Aviators.
Bear probably got a penalty box and beat the back.
Dr. X calling off that jam. As we head into another intermission. We'll be back. Lucifer taking that jammer line for the Aviators. And it looks like Dr. X taking that jammer line for the East Valley Rollers. There goes the whistle to start the final period of this bout this afternoon. We're starting it with the score of 47 East Valley Rollers, 34 Aviators. Lucifer trying to get past those last walkers here in the front and breaks out as the lead jammer with some energy. Ginger Snap will now be the active scorer. Dr. X is going to act like a blocker now as both scorers attempt to get some points for their team and speed up to that pack. Oh, we've got quite a spill here in turn 3. And it looks like we've got a lead change. Ginger Snap picking up those points coming around. There's still 30 seconds left on this jam clock. Lucifer taking a whip off Khaleesi. Dr. X trying to take Lucifer out, but took himself out too. So Lucifer does not have to honor that hit as Ginger Snap comes up for some more points. Just a few seconds left. And the jam comes to an end.
All in all, that was a very impressive flat 360 by Dr. X. You scored no additional points.
Skeletor making sure she's got the right equipment out there with that jammer panty on the helmet, and Bear also jamming for this jam. As Skeletor tries to find her way to the front, Bear is greeted by the East Valley Rollers defense on the backside. Tori able to break free with a sweet transition on that inside. Bear taken to the inside by Thrasher, having to honor Thrasher's position on the track as Skeletor approaches for some points. Now the Aviator pivot zombie pack will be the active scorer. Tori picking up those points and calling off that that jam. Looks like Hammer is jamming for the Aviators and Bones jamming for the East Valley Rollers. Here's the whistle for the jam. The pivot staying close together. Bones behind some of these Aviator blockers. Okay, Lizzie keeping her eyes on that jammer as she guides her to the outside. Got a little spill here in the turn. And Bones finds her way to the front, becoming the lead jammer. Dr. X trying to keep that pivot behind him so that he doesn't become the active scorer. But out comes Louie.
Let's make some noise out there. And Bones. And Bones calls up the jam.
I heard the inbuilt call 5 seconds to start this next jam, but here we go. Motorhead jamming for the Aviators and Kamikaze jamming for the East Valley Rollers. Motorhead's out. Tori taking that active score position for the Rollers. So the pack is pretty spread out right now, but they're bringing it back together again. The whole gang's here as Motorhead gets those points and calls that jam. Aviators picking up a couple points during that jam as well. We've got a score of 58 East Valley Rollers, 44 Aviators. Unofficial. We will see when it's all over. Ginger Snap jamming for the Rollers. Lucifer jamming for the Aviators. With some speed here on the outside, Ginger Snap breaking free here in turn 3. Lucifer trying to fight their way past that last pivot, but is also able to break out there in the straightaway as Ginger Snap approaches for some points here. With Lucifer half a track behind him. Nice recycling done by the Aviators blockers, attempting to save their points from being scooped up.
Gotcha.
Looks like that Rollers jammer picked up 4 points, Aviators picked up 2. Motorhead taking that jammer line for the Aviators and Ginger Snap taking the jammer line for the Rollers. With quite a bit of speed there in the beginning. Hammer and Dr. X fighting it out to see who's going to be in front of each other here on the front side. But Ginger Snap taking that lead jammer position. Hammer breaking past that pivot is now the active scorer for the Aviators. I see the Aviators in the front preparing to greet that Rollers jammer with a solid wall. Ginger Snap decides to call off that jam. Ginger Snap picking up 1 point, bringing their score up to 63. Aviators 46. While the blockers set themselves up for success in that blocker box, Air jamming for the Aviators, Skeletori for the East Valley Rollers. Air able to avoid that hit and slicing his way through that pack, but Skeletori ultimately successful breaking out first. Looks like we got ourselves a jammer race right now. Air taking that inside, able to scoop past Tori. Garrett, the lead scorer right now, the lead jammer. As both jammers approach the pack for some points, Garrett playing it safe. He's going to pick up that one on the backside and call off that jam. Looks like we've got an East Valley Rollers timeout. During this timeout, if you have not picked up some raffle tickets, they're going to have to move up to that pack. Tori taking full advantage of that, trying to get to the front. Lucifer greeted by Thrasher and taken to the outside. Both jammers still in the pack. Aviators doing a good job of containing the pivot here on the front side. Both jammers still in the pack. Lots of recycling done by both teams, getting themselves in front of either jammer, so no one has been able to break free. Some solid defense on both sides. However, Lucifer having to honor the pack and having to wait for the pack to pass for her to be able to re-enter legally. And that's the whistle for the end of that jam. Louis jamming for the Aviators, Dr. X jamming for the East Valley Rollers. Blockers setting themselves up for another jam. Dr. X coming up on a solid ball of Aviators. As Louis able to stay on his skates.
You're fine.
Both jammers here in the front. Nice little jammer race. Let's see who gets to the pack first. You can cheer if you want to. There it is. Pack is moving fairly quickly. Both jammers almost to the pack. As Dr. X tries to take a whip up neutral, we just got a ton of lead changes back and forth between both jammers. Louis getting those points and calling it. Great awareness on his part that he was lead jammer in that moment. It was a little dicey there back and forth. Whistle for the jam, Hammer jamming for the Aviators, Skeletor jamming for the East Valley Rollers. As Tori makes her way to the front and takes off. Motorhead moves too quickly, it was not time yet. Now he's got to wait for the pack to rejoin him before he can take off. And the pack is back right now. And now the East Valley Rollers, unofficially bringing their score up to 65, Aviators 50. We got a 15-point difference. And under 7 minutes in this third period. Looks like Bear has the jammer cover on, and Bones for the East Valley Roller is also in that jammer position. Bear sneaking his way through the inside and out of the pack. Dr. X will now be the active scorer for the East Valley Rollers. About a quarter of the track behind Bear.
Let's hear it for Bear, everybody.
Quite a few spills, but Felizi having to head to the penalty box.
And let's hear it for Dr. X.
All right. On both sides. The difference is still 15. I can math. I'm a teacher. Looks like both teams have. Oh, looks like we got an OTO. But what I was gonna say is that we've got a couple people in the penalty box, one on each side.
And OTO needs an official timeout.
Next whistle starts the jam. Motorhead jamming for the Aviators. And Ginger Snap jamming for the East Valley Rollers. With a blocker each in the penalty box, I wonder who's going to rejoin first. Motorhead, your lead jammer for this jam. Followed by Thrash Panda as the active scorer for the East Valley Rollers. It's a very light pack. There we go. They got one more. Pack is moving very fast. The jammers struggling to get to that pack fast enough to score. The raffle prizes have made it over here to the announcer's booth. So be ready on that. As Motorhead calls off that jam. 2 points for the Aviators. Dr. X with the jammer. Helmet cover on for the Rollers. I'm seeing a timeout for the Aviators. Timeout for the Aviators. Skaters preparing themselves for another jam. Got about under 4 minutes left in this period. And the point difference is getting smaller. Gerber jamming for the Aviators. And Dr. X jamming for the East Valley Rollers. The entire pack moving very quickly. Neither jammer out of that pack quite yet. Got a spill there in the turn. Gerber trying to get past that last East Valley Roller. Thrasher giving him a hard time here on the front. Thrasher successful at navigating Gerber right out of the track. But Dr. X is out.
Let's hear it for Dr. X, everybody.
Cheer if you want them to get they switch lead position. You can only call the jam off if you're in the lead position, and you're the lead position when you see the referee pointing at you with their fingers, not swinging your hands in front of us.
2 minutes.
Ginger snap, lead jammer. Looks like they've got 3 blockers and the Aviators on the track. They have no pivot right now. Lucifer jamming for the Aviators. While Ginger Snap makes her way to the front, and the Aviators have to let her go because they are out of play. And you cannot engage a skater when you are out of play.
Let's go, Ginger Snap.
Let's hear it for Ginger Snap. Great job, Bones, bringing in her arms there. Last thing you want to do is put your hands on the ground when you fall in the middle of a pack. Lucifer coming up, but the jam is over. Wow, we have our first 10-point jam. Great job, Ginger Snap, collecting all those points. Great job to her team, helping her collect all those points as well. Louis jamming for the Aviators. Skeletor jamming for the East Valley Rollers. Got ourselves a little bit of a jammer race here. Picking up speed as the pack slows down. Tori, untouched on the inside, getting those points and calling that jam. However, it looks like Louis was also able to pick up a couple points for the Aviators. While our officials discuss what is final, what score would be final.
What's that? 1 more second?
Let's hear it for our teams this afternoon.
The bout is over between the Arizona Aviators and the East Valley Rollers. Looks like the East Valley Rollers took the lead on that one, 83 to 61. And now it's time for everybody to dig in your pockets and grab out your raffle tickets to see who has won the raffle here.